So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
There's a game I believe you can play the demo. Starship Simulator is what it is. And it's basically, you're on the Enterprise. That's all it is. You're on the Enterprise. I believe you can have multiple people playing it, but you'll have an engineering person that'll be on there once the game's out. Right now it's just kind of like a demo, but you'll have somebody in engineering, you'll have somebody that will plot your courses, and you could fly to all these other systems. And I did play the demo a while back. I know they've been adding more stuff. Might have to try it again sometime.
Is there something wrong?
Yeah, you're interrupting me while talking. That's what's wrong. But yeah, there wasn't much to it, but you just basically you're walking around on this spaceship, starship, and then you just the different rooms that you can go into. There's a lot of places that was not open, but you could go to the you can go on deck. Everything else, you can fly the ship, plot your course. You kind of explore. I think there's supposed to be hostile creatures too. So, all right, I'm in.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability?
Oh, I just bought one!
You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Reach level 5.
Take note. Everyone here is worth going for. Yes, even the kid.
I didn't phase him at all. Okay. I don't like him.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
Want to talk to me?
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Sarah said something about a place for me to stay?
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Matteo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Greetings, Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
No, I don't need anything. Just checking in, seeing how.
At present, all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Yes, Walter Stroud. I will.
She's seems nice. Yeah, she
So
does.
this is a bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already.
How do you
but
play
there's still
this?
one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Place is bigger than I thought.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Got storage, watch case. I believe this. You got something like this with the collection or collector's edition. I believe you got the watch, like the one you're wearing. Oh, they gave me great expectations in Moby Dick. So apparently, 300 years into the future, everybody reads classics. All right. I haven't read any of them. I do have Moby Dick, though. I don't have great expectations. I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
Walter, I hope I'm not overstepping.
I've read a few. I've read Three Musketeers, Count of Monte Cristo.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Frankenstein.
There might be missing. And one
Count of Monte Cristo is good, just hard to read. I don't know French. A lot of French-like words.
irascible. My darling,
This is
Issa
all
has
exciting,
concluded
but
that it is
there's
both
really a
my
lot of
best
pressure on us,
interest
isn't
if I
there?
spend my time
We
working
have to get this
from
right.
large as often as possible.
Are you
then.
doing okay?
Guess if you're both
I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer.
You
like
too? I hate it.
It's
too.
really good to have you with us.
It makes me wonder the way it's all set up. Does he have like Princess Leia hair under there? These artifacts all come from caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Or second face, like, ha. What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
All I know is I've never experienced anything like it.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
I don't mind him either.
Hope you've got your pen at the ready, Walter. Bills to sign and all?
Never ends, does it?
Yes?
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
So is me shooting your head. Sorry. I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this
I know.
time.
It's terrible.
So, let's start over.
Fighting
Shall we?
words.
Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Like your movies, grumpy old man. Glad to hear.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment.
Oh.
Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Matteo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
In real life, I would find this very exciting if I was part of this. All of a sudden you found some artifact that could be something huge and you're like in like almost like a secret society type of thing looking for it. I think the vision I had means anything.
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think.
I play video games and read.
I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
This isn't where I expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so
Greetings
now
to you.
I call the
pleasure to meet
Lodge
you.
home, as much as anywhere else.
Hey, Gamer Chris. Thanks for the sub.
Goodbye.
All right.
So, Matteo.
Oh, I feel a little bad by shooting
Ever
in the
since I
head.
got here, this has felt like home. These people...
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
See Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Other people have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Alright, well, I have to admit, I'm excited for my first mission.
Felt the same way when I started, too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
She'll be locked as your follower if you continue. I'm gonna do I don't know if this is gonna lock me out of some of the quests, or if I have to go do this.
Go ahead. Just don't take too long or my contact's information might go bad.
Okay. I don't know if that'll
At your service, Captain.
will keep me from doing some of these other side quests. And I know I gotta talk to this one dude. There's not a whole lot of side quests, at least that I know of, that I gotta do. Complete research. Oh, I got stuff to do inside too. Okay, yeah. So we'll go talk to this dude, and we'll come back. We'll try to do the research thing, and then take off. Oh yeah, I was gonna check out that new jetpack. Constellation jetpack. I just don't know how I know if it's much better or not. Guess try it
I've
on.
met so many interesting people from working at the distribution center.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous.
Kind of
I'm on the verge of
want
something.
to know
but
how this ends.
I don't quite have all the information I need.
Always eager to help.
You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Truly. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening.
What? I don't understand what that means.
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
Sounds like we gotta cut down the tree. Define bad news.
We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it'll become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response. And clearly, none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it
Make a
can't be ruled
fake
out that
vibration?
the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
Alright, seems like a nice gesture.
Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
So it's a dead end? Pardon the pun.
Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Okay, so quests. Gonna modify some stuff. Gotta go to Aquila, wherever that's at. Mining outpost. Oh, can I fast travel to these? There's some Star Station. Arian, right? All right. Oh, no, not it. No, I don't want to do that quest. It's over this way, right? The lodge? Yeah, right here. Okay, so they said there's stuff I can use or do. Oh my goodness. Pharmaceutical lab, cooking station. Got a mission board here. Oh my gosh. Industrial workbench, spacesuit workbench, weapon. Research. The research lab lets you discover new crafting recipes by completing research projects. Each research project requires materials in order to make progress. Materials needed can range from raw minerals extracted from planets, or organic substances extracted from alien creatures and plant life. Manufacture components that can be made at an industrial workbench. Okay. Weaponry, optic lasers, stock, need nickel, need a lot of stuff. I don't have any of this stuff. Tungsten. Like I could do anything. Okay. Any progress. Sealant 3. Research progress overflow has been distributed through the aspects to the project. Research project Rapid Stock Mod 1 has been completed. New research unlocked. Okay. So, now we gotta craft or modify a weapon. What's it a weapon? Why did it show me here? Or just an item? I didn't make anything for this. Do I have anything to modify it? We can modify this. Aluminum polymer sealant. Extra capacity. Oxygen. Increased carrying capacity. Can't say no to that. I don't have any polymer though. Okay, no polymer. Nope, nope. Cosmetic. Cosmetic. Okay, let's try the gun.